Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August TBR and this round of the TBR Cafe. I am doing something specific for my TBR this month and I'm going to be focusing on my NetGalley arcs. Because it's not a lot. I know a few people who have way more than I do, but it's still in the double digits and I want to get it down just a little bit. I think I have like 16? I think 16 books on it, so as I'm playing my game, I'm going to be trying to fit as many of the prompts that I get from the TBR Cafe, and I'm going to try to fit them to books on my NetGalley TBR. If I can't, then I will try to go for a physical arc that I have, and if we get a more specific prompt, because there are like really specific different challenges, we'll pick one of those, of course. So let's dive in and see how many NetGalley books I can get through in August. Roll number 1 is going to be a 17. All right, let's start at the bottom this time around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for a cup of tea, which I can't remember which prompts these are. Are these our miscellaneous prompts? Are these the miscellaneous? Let's find out. They are. So a TBR veteran. This works out perfectly. Roll number 1 gave us TBR veteran, which works out perfectly. For this, I went with the oldest book on my NetGalley shelf, and that one is from 2018. I know, 2018, and it is The Liar's Girl by Catherine Ryan Howard. So from what I gather, looking at the quick summary on NetGalley, this one is about a girl who was dating a serial killer, and he is now in jail, but something comes up where there's kind of like a copycat murder, and they go to this guy and be like, what's going on? But he'll only confess to her, so she has to come back to this world that she really doesn't want to be in anymore, and there's apparently some more secrets that are happening that he wasn't very truthful about. So there's a little more to the story than meets the eye, so it's kind of a psychological thriller, and it sounds amazing, and I don't know why I haven't read it until now, but August is the month. Roll number 2 is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for a cupcake, which is our challenges. Project Zero book box books. Roll 2 gave us a challenge, and for this one it gave us Project Zero TBR, which is great, but instead of NetGalley, it was book box books. So I have counted up the number of book box editions that I have. I have 34. I'm going to use a random number generator, and we'll see which one I'll be reading. All right, 1 through 34, and I'm going to hit generate. All right, book 30. That is the book we were looking for. Let me go grab it. Book 30 in my book box books, we're starting here and then moving down to these ones up here and then coming down to here. So it's going to be, of course, on one of the lower shelves because it's 30, but you know, we got to count to keep it fair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, moving down 10, 11, 12. Oh, shoot. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that's 34, so okay, I did count that right. So this is it. Book 30 ended up being God Killer by Hannah Kaner. This is the beautiful Lumicrate edition. It's about a girl whose family was killed by the gods, and so she made it her mission to kill them in return. So she ends up being connected to a few different characters, and there's kind of this civil unrest in the kingdom. So I'm thinking that it is going to be them ending up trying to save the kingdom, I'm guessing. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on God Killer. It sounds like it's going to be really good. It sounds like a book I would enjoy, but I have heard some mixed reviews. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll be reading this one as part of my Project Zero TBR this month. Roll number 3 is another 17. What is happening? All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for a book, which is our genres. Read a magical realism. Roll number 3 gave me one of my favorite genres, and that is magical realism. So for this one, I'm going with The Full Moon Coffee Shop by My Mochizuki. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It is a translated work, and it was translated by Jesse Kirkwood. So it's from Japan originally, and it sounds so good. You know what? I'm gonna grab my laptop and I'm just gonna read you the summary because I just have to tell you what this book is about, and I need to just read it to you because it sounds so cute and cozy and feel good, and I think y'all will really like it, especially you cat lovers out there. This is what the summary is on NetGalley. Translated from the Japanese bestseller, a charming and magical novel that reminds us it's never too late to follow our stars. In Japan, cats are a symbol of good luck. As the myth goes, if you are kind to them, they'll one day return the favor. And if you are kind to the right cat, you might just find yourself invited to a mysterious coffee shop under a glittering Kyoto moon. This particular coffee shop is like no other. It has no fixed location, no fixed hours, and it seemingly appears at random. It's also run by talking cats. While customers at the Full Moon Coffee Shop partake in cakes and coffees and teas, the cats also consult their star charts, offering cryptic wisdom and letting them know where their lives veered off course. Every person who visits the shop has been feeling more than a little lost. For a down-on-her-luck screenwriter, a romantically stuck movie director, a hopeful hairstylist, and a technologically challenged web designer, the coffee shop's feline guides will set them back on their fated paths, for there is a very special reason the shop appeared to each of them. Does that not sound like such a good book? When I saw this, I knew I had to I don't know if I requested it or if I was given the option to go ahead and read it. I honestly can't remember, but you know, thank you to Valentine Books, because I'm very excited about it. It sounds so cute, and when I saw it, I was like, yes, I 100% have to read that one. So I'm glad that my TBR game gave me a chance to get this on my TBR during ARC August, because it does come out on the 20th of August, so it's coming out in just a few weeks. So I'm going to try to read it as soon as possible so I can let everyone know to possibly go get this book. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, that is The Full Moon Coffee Shop by My Mochizuki, translated by Jesse Kirkwood. Final roll number 4, is a 16. I was going to say, if we get a 7, that would be wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for another miscellaneous prompt. All right, final prompt is a seasonal read. And the final roll 4, gave us a seasonal read. So for this one, it took me a minute to find one. I had to kind of go through the summaries of NetGalley books, but I did find one that takes place in the summer, and that is Royal Blood by Amy Carter. This one is about the illegitimate daughter of the King of England, and she comes to stay in London for the summer, and pretty much everyone is like less than thrilled. And something happens, and there is a murder, and she is the prime suspect. And she has to try to solve and figure out what happened and clear her name. So I'm very interested in this one. It seems like a fun one. So Royal Blood by Amy Carter will be the final book for my TBR Cafe TBR. Moving on to the 2 Patreon books. The first up is the Patreon pick, which is part of the TBR Acorn. Available for all patrons. If you join, you get to give me a selection of numbers. They go in here in regards to a bookshelf and a book on that shelf, and I pick one out each month to read. So I have relabeled all my bookcases, and we're gonna see how we fare with these new numbers that are in here, but come join us. We have a fun time in the Patreon. Oh, I forgot that I had my extra papers in here. Hold on. All right, so here we go. All new numbers. These are brand new, and I already don't remember what they are. So let's see. Let's go with this one. Alright. Oh, this paper is way too flimsy. No, I don't want to rip it. I don't want to rip it. Well, I need to open it to rip it. Yeah, there. Okay, perfect. Shelf 8, Book 2, and this combo was from Taylor. All right, so you can see we got Shelf 8, Book 2. So here we go, Shelf 8. So if we come over here, we have my planners, and then we have 1 and 2. So it's actually the second book in a series, and I have yet to read this series. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the first book, which is The Madman's Daughter. The chosen book was Her Dark Curiosity by Megan Shepherd. Now this one is the second book in the series, so I have not started the series yet. I own the trilogy, so I will be starting it, but I'll be reading book number 1, of course, and that is The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd. All I can remember is that it took place in London, which if you know me, if you've been on my channel long enough, you know it's one of my favorite places. So all I saw was built a life for herself in London, and I was pretty much sold on that fact. As far as the plot, all I can really remember is that I think her father's like an experimenter of some kind, but I can't remember much else, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. So if you want to check out what this one's about, I'll have all the links to all the books I've talked about below, so you can go look this one up. Who knows, maybe I'll just like go ahead and read the whole trilogy this month, maybe? Maybe make a whole video about it, since I do have the entire trilogy, you know, as one does. You just buy the whole series in one go. But yeah, so Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd is what I'll be starting as a new series for this month. And the final book for August is my book for the Forget Me Not Fantasy book club that I run over on my Patreon for the Vanilla Latte tier. And we have decided to read The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I know, it's book 2, which sounds really weird for a book club, especially because we did not read the first book together. But there were some people who had read Mistborn, there were some people that were going to currently read Mistborn, and we kind of all decided that we'd give it a couple of months, because this decision was made a few months back, and it gave everyone time to kind of catch up if they wanted to join in. So we kind of just went for it and said that we would read this in August. So here we are. It is time to read The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I really enjoyed Mistborn. I loved the metal magic system that he created, and so I'm very interested to see, after the events of the first book, where this story is going. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what's next. So The Well of Ascension is my final book for my August TBR. My TBR looks so sad, but it's not, because a lot of it is on my Kindle, which is fine. There are 3 other books, so let's see if I can like do all of these. So we have The Liar's Girl, we have The Full Moon Coffee Shop, we have Royal Blood, we have God Killer, we have The Madman's Daughter, we have The Well of Ascension. Is that it? Yes. Yes? I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I feel like once again, there's a lot of kind of like murder and fantasy in the TBR, as I feel like it's a phase now, because we've had quite a little bit of that over the last few months. So, and a lot of mistaken murder as well. Like people trying to solve it so they don't get in trouble for it because they didn't do it. I feel like that seems to be a ongoing theme as well. But yes, so these 3 books plus the others on my NetGalley shelf are my TBR for the month of August. I'll probably throw in a few more here and there as I get through these. We'll see. But if you want to let me know that you enjoyed this video, click like, join me on the channel. If you want to see more of my face, hit subscribe. And if you just want to let me know that you were here, drop a coffee cup emoji down below, or even let me know what you plan on reading in August, because I would love to hear what is on your TBR for the month. So until my next video, take care and happy reading, everyone. Bye!